Today we're going to look at the second part of BIM Takeoff. Last time we went to the View menu and then Schedules / Quantities. This is enough usually for things like ceiling, roof, and floor and wall for the basic design information. But if you want something more specific for the construction material, you should pick Material Takeoff under the same drop-down menu. And from this, and you can always do any kind of takeoff you like, depending on what you want to do. Like last time we picked ceiling, you could still pick ceiling to do the same type of takeoff, but with more material information. If you want door, you can always pick doors. If you want to count all the furniture, there's also option. Some options require you to do some thinking, like washroom accessory, probably should pick specialty equipment. Okay, today we're going to look at plywood as the example. So if you look at the list, we don't see an option for plywood. If there's no option, so the only thing you can do is just to pick the top, which says multi-category material takeoff. And then click OK, and then you will get a generic takeoff. Again, the option on the top, it should say multiple categories. Now we're going to pick our fields: assembly code, assembly description, family and type, as usual. And then the next thing we're going to do is to add material area. This is for the surface area of the plywood, because eventually the plywood will be calculated in 4 feet by 8 feet sheets. Don't forget the most important thing is to add the material name. After you picked all 5, and now go to filter. And then we're going to put in a filter to pick our plywood. So click on material name and then equals. And from the list, go down to the very bottom. You should see wood sheathing plywood. Now we are also going to switch to sorting / grouping and check grand total, because we want to display the total calculation. Finally, we're going to go to formatting and make sure you have material area selected and pick calculate totals. I think that's it. So if you want to expand the table a little bit, you will see we have the total square feet of the plywood, although they come from different places. For those of you who want to organize this a little bit, you can always go back to fields and then click on sorting and grouping and actually sort them by assembly code. So we do get to the total square feet of the plywood. All you have to do is just to take that and divide by 32 square feet per sheet, and then you will have a number of sheets. So today we just looked at the material takeoff tool under the same drop-down menu, but it's a different tool if you're looking for some construction material quantities. Next time we want to do something a little bit more difficult. So apparently we're going to have a list, some items to pick from, but somehow we still need to do a little bit more for the customization.